help others. I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News. That's what President Trump tweeted about Rabbi Israel Goldstein, who survived the synagogue shooting Saturday in California, the day after extending condolences by phone.
And he spoke about his love of peace and Judaism and Israel, and he was just so comforting.
The gunman shot Goldstein in the hand, blowing a finger off.
He had sunglasses on. I couldn't see his eyes. I couldn't see his soul.
The woman who was murdered jumped in front of the rabbi. Fox's Evan Brown has more live.
Dave, as per Jewish tradition, for a funeral to happen within 24 hours of death, Lori Gilbert Kay will be laid to rest today. She was 60 years old and the lone person to die from the gunman's bullet, and perhaps the reason the synagogue's rabbi survives his wounds. More is being learned about the 19-year-old suspect who was a student at Cal State San Macros and in his writings published online accused Jews worldwide of attempting to eliminate white Christians and blame Jews for the death of Jesus. Dave?
Evan, in Tennessee, investigators are trying to ID all 7 bodies found in 2 homes in Sumner County. A suspect in the deaths is in custody after police shot him following a manhunt. House Democrats want to question Attorney General Barr at the Judiciary Committee on Thursday, but will he show?
The Department of Justice learned that House Democrats want committee attorneys to have a chance to grill Barr, but the DOJ, in a statement, is having none of it. The Attorney General agreed to appear before Congress. Therefore, members of Congress should be the ones doing the questioning.
That's Fox's Doug Luzader. Democrats want answers and questions on possible obstruction of justice. Former Vice President Biden, who started running for president last week, will hold his first Democratic campaign event today in Pittsburgh. President Trump won Pennsylvania in 2016. His campaign manager, Brad Parscale, told CBS Face the Nation he thinks they can flip more blue states red.
I think New Mexico is in play in 2020. I think New Hampshire. I think we continue to grow the map. I think Nevada, even Colorado.
This is Fox News.
All money managers might seem the same, but while some give their clients cookie-cutter portfolios, Fisher Investments tailors portfolios to your goals and needs. Some only call when they have something to sell. Fisher calls regularly, so you stay informed. And while some advisors are happy to earn commissions whether you do well or not, Fisher Investments fees are structured so we do better when you do better. In other words, we're on your side. Maybe that's why most of our clients come from other money managers. So if you're in or nearing retirement, talk with us and find out why investors are switching to and staying with Fisher Investments. Fisher Investments. Clearly better money management. Investments in securities involve the risk of loss. Visit us at FisherInvestments.com to find out what we can do for you.
An American is dead in Syria. The U.S.-led coalition battling ISIS says the service member was killed but not in combat, without detailing what happened today. About 2,000 American troops remain stationed in northern Syria. Sri Lanka has taken action more than a week after the suicide bombings on Easter Sunday that killed more than 250 people.
Sri Lanka's president imposing an emergency law banning face coverings in public. As a consequence, Muslim women are now prevented from wearing full-face veils. Authorities say the law will help security forces identify people as they search for any remaining attackers. Critics say it risks raising tensions further. This as the Catholic Archbishop of Sri Lanka's capital, Colombo, criticises the investigation so far, saying security forces should be operating as if on a war footing. Simon Owen, Fox News.
They were tired and cold, but alive. All 5 men who got trapped in a cave over the weekend rescued last night.
6 men decided to go camping over the weekend in Cyclops Cave in Cleveland, Virginia. That's in the southwestern part of the state. Above the 9 miles of underground caverns, heavy rains fell, inundating parts of the cave and trapping the group. One member ultimately opted to go for help, leaving the other 5 behind in cold, damp, dark conditions. The following day, rescue crews responded and pulled the men out one by one, all said to be suffering from fatigue and hypothermia. Tom Graham, Fox News.
On Wall Street, stock futures are down a bit before this week's trading. It was a crowded weekend in movie theaters.
We lost. All of us.
But Avengers Endgame won big at the box office, shattering the record set by Avengers Infinity War by nearly $100 million, with a $350 million opening in North America. Nearly 90% of all ticket sales were for that new Avengers movie, which also set a record internationally, making an estimated $1.2 billion I'm Dave Anthony. This is Fox News.
Incredible. And I did see Avengers, as I told you on Friday. I saw it Thursday night, and so did you, or most of you that care. Unbelievable. A little more on that. Again, you can't talk about Avengers in detail because it's mean. And some people did get in trouble over the weekend by spoiling it, which is ridiculous. A little on all that coming up. Hey, good morning. I'm Stevie J. Local news brought to you by Rhonda Lash, loan officer at CIBM Mortgage. Rhonda and her team at CIBM Mortgage wants to make the home buying process easy. Get pre-approved today. Call Rhonda at 390-9310 or email rhonda.lash@cibmmortgage.com.
Good morning. I'm Jamie Monticelli with your ESPN 93.5 local news update. Illinois State Police want to add new officers. Governor Pritzker has proposed $7 million to train 2 new cadet classes at the police academies. There has been a steady decline in the numbers with state police. The number of troopers has dropped by nearly 20% in the last 20 years. Authorities are looking for whomever shot a 24-year-old man in Charleston this weekend. WCIA says it happened in the 20 block of West Buchanan Avenue. No word yet on the victim's condition. A road closure to be aware of. Today, 6th Street will be closed between Green Street and John Street from 7 a.m. until 9 p.m. The section of street is being closed on and off through April, May, and June. This is so crews can complete a series of foundation concrete pours and to erect a tower crane at 708 South 6th Street. You're up to date. I'm Jamie Monticelli.
Hi, it's Rhonda Lash, loan officer with CIBM Bank. We know some of you are exploring, and we know some of you are expecting, and some looking to retire. From your first house, one big enough for all the kids, to that warm vacation escape. So that's why we want to make it easy and lend you the money that you need. So come see me, Rhonda Lash, at CIBM Bank.
Upgrading or buying? Email rhonda.lash@cibmmortgage.com or call 390-9310. NMLS number 1772943.
Let's check our weather, brought to you by the Blossom Basket Floor. Simply magnificent. 2 locations, Village at the Crossing, Champaign, Cunningham and Urbana, 367 Rose, or blossombasket.com. Good morning, Diane Ducey.
Good morning, Stevie. Up to 65 today, 60% chance of some morning showers and thunderstorms. Windy conditions, gusts up to 25 miles per hour. 48-hour low tonight. In fact, that's what we're at right now. 64 the high tomorrow. Still a rainy day ahead and down to around 60 at night. 60% chance of scattered showers and thunderstorms on Wednesday's forecast. High 72. Again, 48. ESPN 93.5.
Latest snow ever in the city of Chicago yesterday.
Oh.
Never snowed that late in the city of Chicago until yesterday. Oh, boy. Anyway, more snow expected in the Great Lake area today. Good morning. I am Stevie J. That's Diane Ducey. Alan Sachs, one of our faves. He is at the University at Texas.
Arlington.
Yep. Political science professor. He's kind of an Avenger in his own right. He could have worn any kind of Avenger suit and saved the day. How
That's
are
right.
you, sir?
I don't even know what the Avenger is. I have no idea what it is, but apparently it did good at the box office.
Oh, my gosh, it's superhero time, man. It's Marvel Comics. It's Stan Lee. It's 22 movies. It's $1.2 billion worldwide.
Yes.
90% of ticket sales were to the Avengers this weekend. Anyway, it's Professor Alan Sachs. I don't even know where to begin. I guess we can start with Joe Biden, who's getting criticism because he actually has corporate sponsors for his campaign,
Yes.
and it doesn't sit well with Elizabeth Warren anyway. So
Joe Biden is old. I mean, really old. There is old and there is old. And I know old, and he's old. And he has that stare. And that's why President Trump calls him sleepy. He speaks so slowly, and he has that stare at the camera. And he is old. And I think that ought to be a big issue in the campaign.
Well, I mean, he's certainly showing he's a front runner. Bernie Sanders, he's the kind of the grandfather of socialism here. He's been talking about the same stuff since the 60s. But I really think, believe it or not, I really think he went too far with wanting the Unabomber and the Boston Marathon bomber and all these horrific people to be able to vote from the Supermax. What a bad idea.
At least Bernie is passionate about what he says, where Joe Biden just sort of stares. But you're right. That was just absolutely ridiculous to have somebody vote like that. But he talks about democracy, and that's democracy. Democracy is more than just voting.
Well, you ought to be able to lose privileges if you wind up in jail. I mean,
absolutely.
What in the world is that?
And I think Bernie's going to get the nomination. I really do.
Wow.
I think Joe Biden is going to falter during the Democratic primary, and the Democrats have a lot to offer. Have a lot to ask. Have a lot to answer for, rather. And what it is that they talk about democracy and peace and love and all that kind of stuff. They've done more to engender divisiveness and identity politics and hatred than probably any political party in years.
Well, I think they tend to say, and maybe the Republicans do some of the same, but the Democrats, I've noticed for sure, seem to accuse the Republicans of stuff they're doing.
Exactly. In a psychological term, that's called projection, and they accuse people of doing exactly what they're doing.
Yeah.
I think it's outrageous that many of the Democratic candidates have worshipped at the feet of Al Sharpton, and in fact, President Obama did that. And so when we talk about hatred that went on, of course, over the weekend in California, in that small town outside of San Diego,
yeah.
And they denounce that, and correctly so, but they contribute to the atmosphere. Everybody thinks it's Donald Trump that is doing that.
Mm-hmm.
No, it's the Democratic Party that is doing that.
Well, it'll be interesting to see how it all plays out. I got to think about socialism. You know, socialism might not be too bad if you're one of the 5 people on the Politburo, because then you're really powerful and you can decide how everybody else lives.
You're exactly right. In fact, they found out after the Soviet Union collapsed, and they went out and found out that all of the top communist leaders lived like capitalists.
Yeah.
That they had summer homes, they had swimming pools, they drove Mercedes, they had chauffeurs. So you're exactly right. So if we ever have a socialist or, God forbid, a communist country, they will act exactly like the capitalists that they despise so much.
Well, Bernie has a $600,000 beach home. That's pretty good for a socialist.
That's pretty good.
That's pretty good for a socialist.
That's pretty good.
That's his 3rd home. So
I only have 3 beach homes myself.
All right. And the border, will anything possibly change at the border before the election?
Probably not. It may get worse. In fact, how in the world can people say, how can a politician say that what's happened at the border is manufactured? Yesterday, in fact, I think it was Maria Bartiromo from Fox Business went down to the border and showed how actually bad it was. I speak occasionally to a radio station in McAllen, Texas, right on the border, and I ask them, how bad is it? And they say, it's worse than the media talks about.
Mm-hmm.
They say about 1,000 immigrants come across every day, and it's really bad, and you see it. And yet we have some Democrats who talk about that it's manufactured. It is anything but manufactured.
Yeah. Professor, always a pleasure, my friend. You have a wonderful week, and thank you, as always, for your insights.
Thank you so much. I'm sorry to get so irritated today, but it's my attitude.
No, listen, it's good to hear the truth. I appreciate it. Thanks so much, sir.
Thank you so much,
That's
sir.
7:14, Professor Alan Sachs, University of Texas at Arlington. We usually kick off our Mondays with Professor Sachs. Had the marathon over the weekend, Illinois Marathon. Too bad it was so cold and windy. But again, it was fine. We went to the Busey Youth Run, and there were still hundreds of little kids running around the stadium.
Yay!
So it was wonderful. Miss Illinois was there. Got to kick it off a little bit with the microphone, and Amber's daughter sang the national anthem. She did a lovely job.
Nice.
Amber Ohms, who was a wonderful accountant.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, she did lovely voice.
Yes.
Champaign Central kiddo. Okay, 7:15. We jump to our morning sports. Cubbies had a heck of a win late last night after 15 innings. Yeah, Cardinals 7-2 on a great homestand as they head now to Washington, D.C. tonight. Cubs will be off today. Check sports headlines.
5-2 was the final with the Cardinals over the Reds yesterday. They've got Washington tonight. You'll hear the action here on ESPN 93.5. Let's get your Redbird recap.
John Rooney, a 7-2 homestand. That's really good. And speaking of 7, how about 7 shutout innings for Flaherty to beat Cincinnati and take 2 out of 3 from the Reds?
That's the first win for Flaherty in his young career against the Reds, now 1-2. But more importantly, he's 3-1 now for the Cardinals after 4 hits, only 1 walk, 4 strikeouts, and 7 shutout innings. John Brebbia, Andrew Miller, Jordan Hicks pitched well. Dominic Leone, he hit a hiccup in the 9th inning, giving up 2 runs, but John Gant got the last out to pick up his second save, and the Cardinals took 2 out of 3 from the Reds.
In a 7-2 homestand, they head for Washington now, and they'll take on the Nationals as Michael Walker will come off the injured list, and he'll try to run his record to 2-0. He'll be opposed by a left-hander, Patrick Corbin, who's 2-0 already, and we're on the air at 5:10 with the pregame show. Cardinals win it yesterday, 5-2 over the Reds.
This season, take in a Cardinals game like an MVP. All-inclusive tickets are on sale now and feature a full buffet, complimentary bar, plus a great view of the game with lots of great areas to choose from, like the UMB Champions Club, Proficient Red Jacket Club, Coca-Cola Scoreboard Patio, and more. There's something for every budget. Leave your wallet at home and get your 2019 all-inclusive tickets now at cardinals.com/all-inclusive. St. Louis Cardinals, time to fly.
Chicago Cubs win 6-5 over Arizona. It took 15 innings. Do we have that, Ben? Zobrist hit?
I do. It was just one of those games where the Cubs had the bases loaded, couldn't score. Then they got the bases loaded, couldn't score. It was like a 6-hour experience. But finally, Ben Zobrist came through.
He drives one in the air to right field. That's going to be a base hit. Chatwood scores. Almora goes to third. He's going to try to score. The throw to the plate. Almora slides in, scores. Zobrist goes to third. Cubs lead 5-3.
Now, that wasn't it. They got a sacrifice fly from Chris Bryant, making it 6-3. But Arizona got 2, making it 6-5, and they had a chance. The ball to the wall, caught on a liner to end the ball game. So, I mean, it was some kind of drama for 6 hours. Really quite a game. 6-5.
And the Cubs have the day off, thank goodness. You hear them on US 105.9. Chicago White Sox hosting Baltimore after beating Detroit's Tigers yesterday. That final was 4-1. 6-5 was the final with the Illini over Nebraska. Keller Sarver's hit and a go-ahead 2-run double in the 9th on that one. And Illinois softball loses to Ohio State. That final was 5-4. Illinois golf winning a 5th consecutive Big Ten championship.
It really amazing. Again, this is probably the youngest team Mike Small has coached maybe forever, or if not a long time. They just go out and do it again. It was just a remarkable, again, story continuing with this Mike Small coached Big Ten golf team. But what a win. Again, the Big Ten Conference goes to Fighting Illini golf team, which I guess they were supposed to win maybe, but they just have so many young kids, you never know. Anyway, they did it. Congratulations for another championship for Mike Small's golf team. Amazing.
That's great. NHL playoffs with the St. Louis Blues in action against Dallas tonight. And I know the NFL draft has a couple of the Illini in action. The one I noted was Nick Allegretti onto the Dallas Cowboys.
Kansas City, I think.
Kansas City Chiefs.
Kansas City Chiefs. And by the way, it was Adrien Dumont de Chazart who led the way for the Fighting Illini golf team. Co-medalists, they don't play it off, which I find very interesting. In every golf tournament we were all in, you always played off a tie, and they two champions this year in the Big Ten championship.
Nice.
I think we've had an Illini at the top of that for like 9 straight years. It's a remarkable run. Here we go with your ESPN 93.5 3-day forecast from the National Weather Service.
Well, great conditions today with a chance of showers and thunderstorms. Windy, high 65 expected, 48-hour low tonight, up to 64 tomorrow. Still a 90% chance of rain in the forecast, down to around 60 in the evening. Mild on Wednesday with scattered showers and thunderstorms, high 72 expected. We're currently at 48 on ESPN 93.5.
Fox Business Minute brought to you by Starla Carr, Provident Financial Group in Champaign, where partnerships are built on trust. Find Starla at Provident Financial Group, LLC.com. What happens when you run out of a theater in Hong Kong and spoil the ending for the Avengers. Not a good thing. I'll tell you what happened to that young man. People don't like you dissing their movie, man.
No, but not everybody has seen it.
No, you have to
keep
wait
that in mind.
another 10
Around
days.
The water cooler.
Got to wait another 10 days.
Exactly.
Give people a shot. Don't spoil it. It's a mean thing to do. 7:20 now.
From the Fox Business Network, it's back to the negotiating table for officials still trying to hammer out a trade deal between the U.S. and China. The next round of talks will get underway in Beijing this week, and significant issues still need to be worked out. More trouble for Boeing. It wasn't until the crash of a Lion Airjet in October that Boeing told Southwest and other carriers that a standard safety feature had been deactivated. There have been 2 recent crashes of Boeing's 737 MAX linked to a sensor malfunction. More women are taking blue-collar jobs, particularly in transportation and material moving, a field that includes truck drivers, delivery people, and warehouse workers. With the Fox Business Report, I'm Carol Zimmer.
Fox Nation is the place for exclusive content you can't get anywhere else. New opinion shows from Laura Ingraham, Tucker Carlson, and Tommy Lahren you can only get by signing up for Fox Nation. Plus, the real stories behind the headlines. Documentaries on Chappaquiddick, Jimmy Hoffa, and more that you'll only find on Fox Nation. More of the opinion done right you crave? It's on Fox Nation. Documentaries and specials you can't get anywhere else? They're on Fox Nation. So go to foxnation.com today and sign up now for Fox Nation. Opinion done right.
At Honda BMW, they believe in letting you make the choice when you're ready. And now you don't even need to come into their award-winning dealership to buy your car if you don't want to. Just go to drivechampagne.com. Click on the type of vehicle you're interested in and look to the right-hand side of the page. It says Express Purchase. That means you can buy a car on your computer right now, only at the award-winning Honda BMW Express Purchase. Go to drivechampagne.com.
Hey, it's Shane from Rosati's Pizza. Let's face it, I like to party, you like to party. Any party is better with Rosati's. So if you've got an office party, a birthday, or those graduation parties that are all coming up fast, call Rosati's. You choose the menu, pizza, pasta, chicken parm, whatever you need. We got it all covered. Send the invites out, call the family, call the friends, bring everybody over, but don't forget to call me, Shane at Rosati's, 328-2334, or come see me at 701 South Gregory in Urbana.
Dare to do more during the semi-annual sale at Jared. It's our best sale of the season, featuring 20% off select loose diamonds. So whether you're ready to ask the big question or simply celebrating mom, there's never been a better time to declare your devotion. Shop May 1st through 5th for custom engravings, a wide range of diamond bridal and fashion jewelry, and exclusive collections you won't find anywhere else. Visit us in-store or at jared.com and dare to be devoted.
Offer on select GSI certified loose diamonds valued at $5,000 or less while supplies last. In-store only. See jared.com/offers for details.
Hi, this is Eric Bowen with Provident Financial Group. We are honored to be celebrating 10 years of service and want to thank all of our amazing clients for their confidence and trust. We look forward to meeting the needs of our current and future clients in the years to come. Contact us today at 3017 Village Office Place in Champaign or call 217-366-3456 or find us online at providentfinancialgroupllc.com.
Securities and advisory services offered through Commonwealth Financial Network. Member FINRA and SIPC, a registered investment advisor.
Here we see the gardening and plant novice. His plants are turning the most awful shade of brown. Oh goodness, it looks as if he is overwatering his flowers. This is a dire situation.
Hi, I'm Marianne, Prairie Gardens plant expert. Whether you're new to gardening, like this guy, or a master gardener, we're here to help you with all your garden questions. Come find me and the rest of the PG plant experts in the greenhouses today at Prairie Gardens, Springfield and Duncan, Champaign.
Well, this is Financial Literacy Month, and so Busey just wants you to kind of, maybe we plant the seed. You know, you're probably not doing what experts say you ought to be doing when it comes to your income for retirement, all those things. Generally speaking, it's really, really hard to save 15% of your income, but anything is a start. Make the most of 401k contribution matching. Busey Wealth Management just reminds you at the end here of the Financial Literacy Month, which has been April, that you think about it, that maybe you get a no-cost or obligation appointment with some smart person at Busey Wealth Management to sit down and talk about the various choices for IRAs, the traditional, which is tax-deferred until you withdraw, or The Roth IRA, which is taxed when you contribute the money, can be withdrawn tax-free. Those are choices, but what fits you? And employer-sponsored plans are a slam dunk if you can get involved. The sooner you begin saving, the better. Even modest savings can add up over time. Busey Wealth Management is a team of professionals who can help you achieve your dreams for retirement. To get started, go to Busey.com or stop by one of their many convenient locations today. They'll be happy to sit with you and plan. It'll feel good to plan. Investment products and services not FDIC insured. May lose value. No bank guarantee.
By the way, thank you to Busey for participating in the Illinois Marathon. Lots of good stories that have been shared over the weekend, and I think the weather cooperated enough.
Relatively.
Okay.
It was cold, windy, and rainy.
By the time the Busey Youth Run came, though, at 3 o'clock, was it spitting?
Yeah, but it was raining on and off.
Okay.
I mean, it was just kind of a rainy, chilly. There were moments of good, but then it was like, wind's strong.
Right.
And it was cold. I had a stocking cap on.
Uh-huh.
It was just really, really chilly, but again, went off. Everybody ran. Good job. Way to go.
Yeah.
You were last night at the Philo Tavern.
I was. Catholic Charities event, a steak dinner that was delicious. Ted Runn leads the crew there, the Philo gang that gathers around the grill right outside the Philo Tavern. So thanks to Jeff Drook and Brian Bowman for letting us use the Philo Tavern. Lots of money raised for Catholic Charities and all their great work. I had a chance to meet Mary Beth Karasik.
Yeah. We have our travel show tomorrow night at the iHotel. If you want to come, I got 20% off Houlihan's if you show up.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good deal.
Exactly.
Sam's standing by. Anyway, we'll be in the alumni room for Stevie J Travel Spring Travel Show. It's tomorrow night at 5. It's free. You're welcome. Coffee and cookies and water and delicious. I don't know what kind of big old cookies that you get those.
Yes.
Yeah.
5 o'clock tomorrow. And we mentioned, because it was in all the Catholic bulletins about this passion play that only comes around every 10 years.
They've done it 42 times. 420 years they've done this. Since the 1600s in Oberammergau, Germany. And I have purchased prime seats for the show. It's the story of Jesus, the passion, and it's historic. Kay Kelly from Philo called me the other day and said, I've been to Oberammergau. I was there in 1950 and 1960. I said, Kay, you're the only person in the United States, maybe the world, that has the ability, because of her good health, to go in 2020. That was at 1950 and 1960. She's turned 96.
Wow.
Kate Kelly looks and sounds like she's 65.
And some stops in Germany and Austria,
yeah, all
too.
over. The Alps you do, it's just not just the Passion Play, you go into the whole thing. And we have Globus is coordinating that one, and the Sharon from Globus will be there to give you all the details. Anyway, It'll be fun. It's just fun to dream about travel.
Exactly.
And we'll be there tomorrow night at 5 o'clock at the iHotel and Conference Center, giveaways and fun.
iHotel, a big stop for folks making those prom pictures because of the weather being
iHotel.
tricky. Yeah, Unity and St. Joe's prom went off without a hitch. It was great.
Benjamin was at St. Thomas More's at Country Club. Champaign Country Club is really, really nice. It's really nice. Okay, again, we continue in the absolute zip-lipped on what happens in the Avengers Endgame. Poor kid in Hong Kong came out yelling what happened and got beat to a pulp. Laying against a wall, police had to come. You shouldn't beat the guy up, but you shouldn't do that either.
Right.
LaShawn McCoy, running back Buffalo Bills, he tweeted out the ending. I mean, just unbelievable. 700,000 followers for this guy, and he has the audacity to ruin it because he was mad at the ending. Anyway, listen, this will probably never happen again. A 22-movie series that has this kind of a $1.2 billion worldwide, $350 million domestically. 9 out of 10 tickets sold were for the Avengers Endgame. We should have done a promotion. If you get a ticket to another movie and are alone in the theater, take a picture and you'll win.
Exactly.
We could have had some fun with that one, because how in the world would you not have been alone in most of the theaters at AMC or Savoy 16?
Right.
It was
I'm sure there'd be some rumbling if it was a quiet movie, because you have the Avengers on either side of you with all the action
but
going on.
They threaded everything. They touched it all. They touched all the bases.
Okay.
If you're into the Avengers, they completed it. They just touched all the bases with storylines from 2008. It was masterful.
So much going on. I haven't seen it yet. So
well, you had
to yourself.
proms and no.
Exactly.
I just think it's pure mean, very mean to share anything that happens there. All I'll say is it was extraordinarily well done, and certainly some twists and turns and surprises. But that's what makes a good movie.
That's right.
Anyway, well done, and just a stunning box office. The question now becomes, do you ever get actors in a room doing dialogue like the old days in a movie? It's all special effects.
You're right.
The top movies are Avengers and Star Wars.
Acting in front of a green screen.
Well, and how is that when you're going, cut, okay, we're going to piece that. Is it really acting? It's something like theater, something like the stage where you're doing theater for 2.5 hours.
That's right.
All right, we're going to break for the news. Our friend Ed Martin from St. Louis will jump on with us next.
Oh, good.
It's Monday morning, next to last day of April 2019 at 7:30 in Champaign-Urbana.
Fox News, I'm Lillian Wu. A funeral service today for the woman who died during the synagogue shooting near San Diego. Some say shielding the rabbi. He says the finger he lost during the attack.
It's going to remind me how vulnerable we are and also how heroic each one of us can be.
So the alleged gunman, he is a 19-year-old. He lives with his parents in nearby Rancho Penasquitos. He's a nursing student.
Fox's William Lejeunesse. Protesters expected outside Boeing's annual meeting in Chicago, where there could be a lot of questions about its safety record.
According to published reports, Boeing did not tell airlines that it had turned off a system that warns pilots about faulty sensors until after the Lion Air crash. That was the first crash that happened in October. Now, the safety feature was used on earlier models of the popular plane. Boeing also did not notify the FAA about the change.
Fox's Lauren Simonetti. This is Fox News.
Good morning. I'm Jamie Monticelli with your ESPN 93.5 local news update. A road closure to be aware of. Today, 6th Street will be closed between Green Street and John Street from 7 a.m. until 9 p.m. The section of street is being closed on and off through April, May, and June. This is so crews can complete a series of foundation concrete pours and to erect a tower crane at 708 South 6th Street. Tomorrow, Illinois lawmakers get back to work for the 2019 regular session. They've been on spring break for 2 weeks. The Southern.com says the governor's call for legalized recreational marijuana is among the topics on lawmakers' to-do list. The governor has proposed a bunch of new revenue streams to get the state out of what he called a $3.5 billion structural deficit. That includes legalized adult use of marijuana, legalized sports betting, higher cigarette and tobacco taxes, and a new tax on shopping bags. You're up to date. I'm Jamie Monticelli.
If you need a new refrigerator, I send you to Dick Van Dyke Appliance World. The reason being, they really know their business. They know what they're selling you. They know how the thing works. They know their product. It's not that common for people that sell washing machines and dryers to really know how they work past what they're trained on for 4 hours. The Dick Van Dyke Appliance World folks have been doing this and only appliances since 1977. It's all they do. So they're very, very good at it. And they're the largest independent appliance dealer in all of Central Illinois. They offer some great brands like Maytag and Bosch and Frigidaire. Dick Van Dyke Appliance World is a place where you want to visit because you can also get the free 10-year protection plan.
Wow!
Remodeling rooms, nothing like quality, incredible customer service, and affordable pricing. You can start at appliance-world.com or stop by. Just drive north on Neal before you get to I-74. There it is on the right-hand side. And when you walk in, there's going to say, well, may I help you?
That's right.
That's what they do. Dick Van Dyke.
To me?
Exactly. Dick Van Dyke Appliance World, again, on Neal in Champaign. Here is your ESPN 93.5 three-day forecast from the National Weather Service.
Cloudy right now. Pavement's wet. We do have morning showers and thunderstorms. Windy conditions. Today's high 65 and 48 our low tonight. Up to 64 tomorrow. Showers and thunderstorms in the forecast again. Down to around 60 in the evening. Scattered showers and thunderstorms. Chance at 60% on Wednesday's forecast. We've got a high 72 expected. Right now we're at 49 on ESPN 93.5.
Well, my friends, always a pleasure to welcome Ed Martin, the president of the Eagle Forum Education and Legal Defense Fund. Edward, how are you, my friend?
I'm great, Stevie J. Congratulations on getting one of yours out of college. That's exciting, huh?
Yes, sir. Benjamin graduates Mother's Day weekend.
Wow,
And
that's exciting. What a deal. My kids are all younger. I can't imagine. I mean, my daughter's going to be a nun, the oldest, so I don't have to worry about school. But other than
is that true?
You know,
Are you serious? Or, no.
I mean, I'm serious. She's not. But
I gotcha. I understand. No. My daughter Gracie, I've got her being able to date in 4 years when she's 26, and I'm already nervous. Already nervous.
Exactly.
And before we get started,
yeah,
I still don't know if I sign Marcell Ozuna to an extent. Another guy, I can't decide this one. Come on,
I can't decide it either. And you know, we're probably going to get in trouble. How I say this is going to get in trouble. He's one of those players that you just don't know if he might stop playing hard. And when I say we get in trouble, like there's some of these kind of Latin players that sometimes like they just don't stay as focused. You know, now Yachty is Yachty of course is
different guy.
He's different. So, but you kind of wonder. Ozuna seems like he cares a lot when he wants to care, and then you wonder if he'll stay committed. But boy, oh boy,
well, he can't. He can sure hit, but I tell you what, he can't throw. He's got a bad shoulder, and so that's an issue. Anyway, the Cardinals are doing well. 7 out of 9 in St. Louis before they head on the road. We'll have the game tonight on ESPN 93.5. It's in Washington D.C. against the Nationals. Okay, I've decided that socialism is not so bad if I'm one of the 5 that can decide 330 million people's fate. If I can be on the Politburo, it might not be a bad gig. Might not be bad.
Well, you know, and when we heard Bernie Sanders say 4 years ago he was a socialist, you thought, well, that's crazy. Americans don't do that. But what you just said, Stevie J, is so important. A lot of Americans too many Americans have looked up and said, the system is rigged to help other people. Why is that? You know, so if you're working hard and you're plugging along, you're saying to yourself, man, other people are getting handouts. We're helping the illegals. We're helping this group and that group. And I think that's why Sanders got some attention 4 years ago. The question is, once you lay it bare and make it clear what it means and how it would affect, you know, Medicare for all bankrupts Medicare, right? I mean, bankrupts the other thing. So it is, but it's a very interesting election cycle. And, you know, going back towards the age of your children, they don't remember, you know, they weren't alive 25, 26, 30 years ago to know a different kind of environment than we're in. So it's a very interesting time. The question is, I had to say, is do any of these real lefties get out of the primary and get the nomination? That's going to be the question.
Well, and does Donald Trump want the lefties out? I mean, Bernie Sanders generates an awful lot of 18 to 24-year-old votes. There's no doubt about it, because they just hear free stuff, and I think that they don't understand socialism.
Well, and let me tell you, the key. I don't know the answer to say what Donald Trump would want, but I say this: the key to all elections. You know, I know elections. The key to elections is turnout. And so, if Bernie Sanders won the primary and got a lot of young people liking him, and then he put on the ticket a dynamic African-American, I'm not sure who that is, but that would aim to get the turnout towards the African-American. You start to put together a coalition. Remember, Bernie Sanders says things on trade, which is one of the ways that Trump got. Trump was different than the establishment Republicans. He talked about trade and standing up for American workers. Sanders says similar things in terms of working. So it's people don't vote anymore, maybe they never did, on a lot of facts and a lot of policies. They vote on their gut and where things are. And one thing I will say, and I don't know if we're going to go here, Stevie J, with the tragedies over the weekend in San Diego, and again, the developing one in the last few hours, I got to say, the media, and I mean cable news and others, really bear some responsibility for kind of driving a lot of people crazy with how bad they say it is. I just don't see the badness, but boy, you hear it from people, and they want to get agitated, and then they want to lurch away from Trump. So it's going to be an interesting 20 months or so.
Well, I mean, again, Bernie Sanders, I don't know if there is a too deep in for Bernie, but him allowing and advocating for rapists and murderers and marathon bombers to vote is off the deep end.
Yeah. I mean, look, that's the kind of thing you say it in the general, in the primary, and you can't win the general. It's a Dukakis moment, right? I mean, I think that's right, and I think that was a huge mistake. The other mistake is when some of these candidates embrace reparations, and they say they're for that. You can't win in a general election. But remember, they're not trying to win the general election. They're counting on. Here's what they're counting. They're counting on winning the primary and then having the built-in Democrat advantage in the Electoral College. New York, New Jersey, California will never be anything other than Democrat for the Electoral College. And then they're hoping for a stumble, and they're hoping for the media to help. And you got to get the nomination, though. So they're going to lurch to the left, and they're going to say things that seem incomprehensible to us, but they're talking to somebody different than us.
Yeah, but as far as moderating like everybody does for the general, would AOC and Ilhan Omar, will they allow that?
Well, I think the voices become lessened when they're faced with that choice. So power still is the big player, and we haven't talked about him, which is telling. Joe Biden is supposed to be the candidate that holds the progressive left, the Obama left, and speaks to the middle. And he's flailing, right? He raised some money, that was impressive, but he can't seem to get off the line. He's talking about Anita Hill, he's talking about his past record. I just don't see in this environment. It is, they talk about elections. Are they a change election? That's often the term they use. Is it, people want to get a totally different direction. It feels like we're in a kind of Twitter election where people have energy lurching different ways, and Biden doesn't seem to bring any energy lurch. There's no real, even Mayor Pete is getting attention for being sort of new and dynamic, and he's a kid and he has no real record, but that doesn't matter in the Twitter election. So I just don't know where Biden fits in. I predicted for a long time, Stevie J, that he ends up out of the race very quickly because it's just not. It's not going to be fun for him. It's going to be a disaster.
You said early for an exit for Joe Biden. Again, I agree with that. I don't know what happens. I can't imagine the Democrats picking somebody so far left, but I guess that's very, very possible in this world, huh?
Yeah, I've been saying this for about a year. The Civil War is in the Democrat Party. It's now Trump's party. There's still some old-timers establishment who don't like some of his positions. They don't like his style. But in the Democrat Party, you have it's a full-on civil war between the far left, socialist progressives, and then people that look like, Democrats that my dad and my mom knew, and people that that could be pro-life, could be pro-American, could be pro kind of patriotism. The Democratic battle is over these lefties, AOC and everybody else, and their policies are terrible, but their style I don't think is winning, and yet there's a lot of millennials, a lot of younger people. Here's one secret, though, Stevie J. I'll tell your listeners. Everybody says, the millennials like so-and-so. Here's the secret. Millennials, young people, never vote. We've been trying for 50 years to figure out how to get them to come out and vote by percentage. By percentage, they just don't vote enough. It's the 55 to 75-year-olds that vote in huge percentages. As soon as you get to 30, you start voting in higher percentages, too. So AOC and millennial energy, it doesn't usually translate, especially in national elections.
Ed, how do people reach you?
PhyllisSchlafly.com is our website, PhyllisSchlafly.com, and my email, pretty simple, ed@PhyllisSchlafly.com, ed@PhyllisSchlafly.com, and I'm on Twitter, of course, @EagleEdMartin.
You're the man. Keep it up.
All right, Stevie J, talk to you soon.
That's Ed Martin, president of the Eagle Forum Education and Legal Defense Fund, Phyllis Schlafly, PhyllisSchlafly.com, 743. All right, well, of course, any text about that or Avengers or anything, 359-2255.
Okay.
359-2255. Back with our sports headlines coming up.
Carmack Honda in Danville has been selling and servicing new Honda automobiles for over 40 years. Hi, I'm Gary Knight, and I am so proud to say that Carmack Honda is one of just a few Honda dealers in the United States that has a 40-year plaque on their wall. As a 40-year Honda dealer, I have committed to provide a great customer experience, and with quality Honda automobiles, satisfied customers have been returning to Carmack Honda for 40 years. Thanks to everyone for your support, and be sure to check us out at CarmackHonda.com.
If you want the best, go to Body and Soul Sports, your go-to for all your favorites. With shoes from Asics, Adidas, Brooks, and Nike. Get comfort and style with an in-store free gait analysis for the proper fit. Perform and look your best with apparel and gear for every season. There's swimwear to compete or for the beach anytime. Men, women, and kids can play like the pros. So walk, run, or ride to Body and Soul Sports. Great store, great service, great prices. Route 45 and Curtis Road in Savoy. Online, Body, the letter N, and SoulSports.com.
Hi, I'm April Jewell, a teacher in Ballard County School District in Kentucky. Thanks to a $25,000 grant from America's Farmers for Rural Education, sponsored by the Monsanto Fund, a philanthropic arm of Bayer, we upgraded the technology in our classrooms to enhance health science curriculums to prepare students for various careers. I encourage farmers to nominate a school district to apply for $10,000 or $25,000 STEM grants. Visit americasfarmers.com.
throws it back, and it's intercepted. The Illini have another pick. Got Smalling, caught. Can he score? 20, 10, he will! Touchdown, Illinois!
We know that we're going to get better. It's going to happen soon.
The future is now, and you're going to want to see it. Get your 2019 Fighting Illini football tickets today at fightingillini.com or 866-ILLINI1.
Have you taken advantage of earning $250 from the U of I Community Credit Union? Think of all the things you can do with an extra $250. Take a family road trip, improve your landscaping, or just save it for a rainy day. Open a new checking account and get $100 cash. Then open a new Illini Visa Rewards card and get $150 cash. This offer won't be around for long, so take advantage today. Some restrictions apply. Get up to $250 with qualifying activities. The possibilities are endless when you bank with us.
The choice of a lawyer is an important decision and should not be based solely on advertising. Sponsored by Case Legal Media.
Attention. This is an important message for anyone that has been diagnosed with cancer after being exposed to Roundup or other weed killers. The Internal Agency for Research on Cancer warned that overexposure to Roundup and other weed killers may increase the risk of developing non-Hodgkin's lymphoma. Monsanto, the manufacturer of Roundup, may have known that Roundup and other weed killers were likely linked to organ damage and cancer. This information was hidden from the public as proprietary trade secret since 1981, and Monsanto may have failed to warn of the potential risk of cancer. If you or a loved one has been diagnosed with cancer after being exposed to Roundup or other weed killers, you may be entitled to significant compensation.
Call us now at 800-715-3913. Our network of attorneys are ready to fight for you. You'll pay nothing unless there's a recovery in your favor. Call now for a free consultation at 800-715-3913. You must protect your legal rights. Call 800-715-3913. Again, 800-715-3913.
Your car's tires telling you it's time for a change? Right now at CarX Tire and Auto, we've got some of the major tire lines available with an incredible deal. Buy 3, get 1 free. Select tires from Kelly and Economy are all buy 3, get 1 free. Then let your CarX trained mechanic handle mounting, balancing, and expert installation. Visit your CarX man in Champaign and Danville, as this tire offer won't last long. Stop in, call, or schedule online at CarX.com.
Don't worry, call the CarX man.
All right, here we go. Let's check sports headlines on this Monday morning. It's April 29, Diane.
St. Louis Cardinals win 5-2 over the Cincinnati Reds. We had lots of our listeners enjoying the game, and the Illini versus Missouri kind of bragging rights theme Friday night was a big hit, too. They've got Washington tonight. Let's get your Redbird recap.
John Rooney, a 7-2 homestand. That's really good. And speaking of 7, how about 7 shutout innings for Flaherty to beat Cincinnati and take 2 out of 3 from the Reds?
That's the first win for Flaherty in his young career against the Reds, now 1-2. But more importantly, he's 3-1 now for the Cardinals. After 4 hits, only 1 walk, 4 strikeouts, and 7 shutout innings. John Brebbia, Andrew Miller, Jordan Hicks pitched well. Dominic Leone, he hit a hiccup in the 9th inning, giving up 2 runs, but John Gant got the last out to pick up his second save, and the Cardinals took 2 out of 3 from the Reds.
In a 7-2 homestand, they head for Washington now, and they'll take on the Nationals as Michael Walker will come off the injured list, and he'll try to run his record to 2-0. He'll be opposed by a left-hander, Patrick Corbin, who's 2-0 already, and we're on the air at 5:10 with the pregame show. Cardinals win it yesterday, 5-2 over the Reds.
Cubs win 6-5 over Arizona. I wanted to share with you, Stevie, perhaps Chicago Cubs pitcher Tyler Chatwood knew what was coming from his good friend when he doubled off Arizona Diamondbacks pitcher Matt Andres.
Oh, that's because there was
They're childhood friends.
That's why that happened. Chatwood was batting, and it was like 1 ball, 2 strikes, and Andresi threw a curveball. And Chatwood looked out and started laughing at him.
Matty was, I was smiling at Matty. I've known him since I was 7 or 8.
Wow.
He was in my wedding.
Oh my gosh. He was trying to strike him out on a curveball. Man, oh man. It's crazy. Reminds me of when I pitched to Rod Swihart in Philo. And he fouled off about 10 pitches before he hit a home run. So anyway.
And see, Tolono used to play Philo, of course, in softball, and I went to St. Thomas in Philo, so I know a lot of those girls. Melinda Levenhagen pitching to me.
Yeah.
I catch the pitch.
Yeah.
She was hitting me on accident, but I catch the pitch, throw it back, and I'm ready to bat again.
No, you're hit by pitch.
I know, but I just wanted to keep batting.
No, it's so funny. When friends in the big leagues like that happened last night, but the way Tyler looked out there, since they must really know each other. It was kind of a cool moment. And Tyler Chatwood got a big hit to win the game, really.
That's right.
Got it going.
Uh-huh. And Chicago White Sox over Detroit 4-1. They've got Baltimore tonight. Illinois over Nebraska 6-5. Illinois softball lost to Ohio State 5-4. Illinois golf won their 5th consecutive Big Ten championship. Nick Allegretti in the NFL draft heads to the Kansas City Chiefs. Blues in Dallas tonight in NHL playoff action. The checkered flag goes to Chase Elliott in Talladega.
All right, 10 before 8, ESPN 93.5. We'll check your weather coming up.
Every morning, the McDonald's kitchen is a symphony. A sizzling, toasty McMuffin symphony. Cue the eggs. While other grab-and-go breakfast sandwiches are kind of one note. It's time to wake up breakfast. Wake up your breakfast with a fresh cracked egg on every McMuffin sandwich every day at McDonald's.
We alarm our houses and we alarm our cars. But when it comes to your personal information, it can be tough to know when something isn't right. That's where Discover Card can help. Now, we'll send you an alert if we find your social security number on any one of thousands of risky websites. And this service is free for card members. Just sign up online. It's our way of looking out for you, not just your account. Learn more at discover.com/free alerts. Limitations apply.
A pipe burst and the basement begins to fill, putting the picture albums and the family heirlooms in danger. You can't plan on it, but you can plan for it by making sure you're ready for whatever happens with Serve Pro of Champaign-Urbana at 355-0077. With their mobile site at ServeProChampaignUrbana.com bookmarked, the 355-0077 programmed into your phone. When the things that matter most are on the line, you'll know that they are too. Make sure you're ready by planning with the trusted professionals of Serve Pro of Champaign-Urbana. Like it never even happened.
Making mom feel extra special is the goal of every Mother's Day gift. So this year, 1-800-Flowers is making it easy with an amazing deal that mom would approve of. 1-800-Flowers is offering you the Beautiful Mom Bouquet, a seasonal arrangement of pink roses and white blooms that are artfully hand-arranged by local florists. When you order today only, 1-800-Flowers will double the flowers for free. That's double the flowers for free. This bouquet of pink roses, Peruvian lilies, and white daisy palms are guaranteed to make her smile. 1-800-Flowers local florists have hand-arranged each bouquet with double the flowers to make her feel extra special. The Beautiful Mom Bouquet with double the flowers is an amazing offer, but you have to hurry because it expires today. To order the Beautiful Mom Bouquet with double the flowers for free, and for details, go to 1-800-Flowers.com, click the radio icon, and enter code WINGO. Again, go to 1-800-Flowers.com, click the radio icon, and enter code WINGO. That's 1-800-Flowers.com, code WINGO. Offer ends today.
For Champaign-Urbana's best destination for cycling and home fitness, you got to think Durst Cycle. Family owned since 1935. Durst stands for quality. And coming up, a parking lot sales event Saturday, May 4th, 9 to 5 at the Champaign location on Mattis. New, used, and everything in between. Do not miss this. Durst Cycle, Saturday, May 4th, parking lot sales event, 1201 South Mattis in Champaign. Durst Cycle, amazing quality, amazing service. Yeah, I mean, it's one of those you walk in, they say, hey, how can I help you? And you know how bad it is to ride a bicycle when it doesn't fit?
That's right.
And whatever you got in the garage, they can tune it up.
Yep.
They're terrific at Durst Cycle. All right, let's check your weather.
All right. Rainy today. We've got a high 65 expected. Windy conditions. 48-hour low tonight. Partly cloudy by this afternoon, but then thunderstorms back in the forecast tomorrow as we wrap up April with a high 64, low 57. 72, rather mild on Wednesday as we begin May. Windy conditions down to around 61. Really, there's rain in the forecast all week. Mid to upper 60s is our average high. Right now we're at 50 on ESPN 93.5.
Well, drivechampaign.com. You get started in looking at Honda BMW, which is off Neal at Burwash and Savoy, very near home of the Avengers, Savoy 16.
Yes.
So you'll, in fact, you drive back. Maybe when you go to the Avengers at Savoy 16.
Yeah.
You drive through the lot.
Yeah.
And stop and take a peek. Look at some of the stickers and you say, man, I didn't know Civic's under 20,000. I really work at it. It's a great place to go to get a vehicle because they'll take care of you before, during, and after the sale. You walk in, the friendly people will say, how may we help you? What you got in mind? Oh, let's take a look at this one. How about a test drive of that BMW?
That's right.
Or maybe something pre-owned, or maybe the Ridgeline or the CR-V or the Odyssey for Honda. I mean, they're just, you can't go wrong. The Accords are very sleek and classy. Honda, BMW, DriveChampaign.com. Say hey to my friend Ben Quattrone and find out why they are an award-winning dealership.
Yesterday at church, we were parked next to a X2, I think is
Beamer?
what you call the Beamer.
Beamer, yeah.
And Aiden was walking around. I wonder if he got that at Honda BMW.
Probably did.
Drive Champagne on the license plate.
DriveChampaign.com. The news will be coming up. Hey, text in if you've seen The Avengers and your thoughts on what people are like when they spoil the ending. I mean, frankly, it's happened a few times where it's been very public, and I think it's awful because why? Why would you do that? Why would you spoil the Avengers ending for anyone, particularly? I mean, there's a teacher somewhere that had his long list of saying, I can't see this thing till Wednesday. Please don't walk in here talking about it. Because, I mean, if you watched the previous 21 movies, and many people have, then don't mess it up. I mean, it's just so mean. Anyway, text in what you thought of the Avengers if you saw it. 359-2255. Where did you see it? I love the IMAX. We didn't see it in the IMAX. We got an hour early for the regular show and got really good seats an hour early. I think even half an hour before is fine. But Savoy's showing it 29 times today. And the 3 p.m., as far as I know, is sold out already. How does that work on a Monday? That's word of mouth. All right, the news next.
We alarm our houses. And we alarm our cars. But when it comes to your personal information, it can be tough to know when something isn't right. That's where Discover Card can help. Now, we'll send you an alert if we find your social security number on any one of thousands of risky websites. And this service is free for card members. Just sign up online. It's our way of looking out for you, not just your account. Learn more at discover.com/free alerts. Limitations apply.
Hello, this is Starla Carr with Provident Financial Group. We are honored to be celebrating 10 years of service and want to thank all of our amazing clients for their confidence and trust. We look forward to meeting the needs of current and future clients in the years to come. Contact us today at 3017 Village Office Place, Champaign. Call us at 217-366-3456 or find us online at providentfinancialgroupllc.com.
Securities and advisory services offered through Commonwealth Financial Network. Member FINRA and SIPC, a registered investment advisor.
An ESPN Radio Extra Point.
Matt Schick along with Myron Metcalf. Should the NFL and the NCAA have more of a path for some of these guys? Select few. There aren't that many, but there are underclassmen who don't get picked. Should something be done to fix that and allow them to come back?
I mean, I think in an ideal world, we've covered athletes who got bad advice, made decisions for maybe the wrong reasons, and they end up undrafted and figuring things out. I think college football is far more complicated than college basketball when it comes to this issue. If college basketball figures it out and you lose a star player and he comes back and he's on the team again, I think that's easier. It's easier to find a spot for him. Whereas college football, if I'm some 5-star recruit and you promise me that quarterback job was mine, and then I find out that the guy who was last year's starter, maybe last year's backup, goes undrafted, but he gets to come back and now I'm competing with him, I think it's unfair to that young man as well.
Pros know getting the next job means doing this one right, on time and on budget. Lowe's is here to help by stocking the brands you trust to power through any job, like Hitachi Power Tools, soon to be known as Metabo HPT. Same tools, same warranty, new name. We also stock the quantities of the supplies you use most, with everyday savings when you buy in bulk, like 20% off in-stock GAF or Owens Corning shingles when purchased by the pallet. For your next job and every job after, do it right for less. Start with Lowe's. Brand varies by location. See Pro Desk for details.
100 years of hard work can take you far. And no one knows that better than Goodyear. In 1918, we started the Akron Wingfoots basketball team, laced up and took to the court. And we've been outperforming the rest ever since. Goodyear proudly celebrates our 100th anniversary in basketball and our relentless dedication to being unstoppable. Goodyear, more driven.
Today, business happens here, and virtually anywhere.
Because today, innovative companies are reinventing the way business happens. And they need people who can keep up. With the expertise and technology to get packages to over 150 million delivery points. So, who can help you deliver the future of commerce? The United States Postal Service. See why we deliver more e-commerce packages to homes than anyone at USPS.com/future.
Welcome spring with free tomatoes from First Federal Savings Bank of Champaign-Urbana. Get your 2 free Super Fantastic Variety tomato plants Monday, May 6th at 1311 South Neal Street in Champaign or 301 West Springfield Avenue in Urbana. While supplies last, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. First Federal Savings Bank of Champaign-Urbana. Get what you want out of life. We look forward to seeing you on May 6th. Ask us about 30-day mortgage loan closings from a local community bank. 356bank.com. Member FDIC and equal housing lender. NMLS 435120.
You're listening to WSJK ESPN 93.5 Tuscola, Champaign-Urbana, your home for the St. Louis Cardinals.
Will this lead to another subpoena from Democrats? I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News. Attorney General Barr is supposed to testify at the House on Thursday, but he doesn't like the way Democrats want to question him. Fox's John Decker live at the White House.
Barr is warning if he's questioned by committee lawyers, in addition to rounds of questioning by lawmakers as well as a proposed closed-door session, he won't show up to Thursday's hearing on the Mueller report. If Barr doesn't comply, Judiciary Committee Chairman Jerry Nadler said the committee will have to subpoena him. President Trump, meanwhile, on the Fox Business Network, says Barr should answer another set of questions.
How did this start? How could a thing like this happen to our country? It was a big con job.
Democrats continue to seek answers about possible obstruction of justice charges against President Trump. Dave?
John in Poway, California.
Hail Malik.
A vigil for Lori Gilbert Kay, the woman murdered in Saturday's synagogue shooting, shielding her rabbi from the bullets. Her funeral will be today.
Lori took the bullet for all of us. She died to protect all of us.
Rabbi Israel Goldstein was shot in the hand. A finger was blown off. The suspected gunman's in custody. 19-year-old John Ernest, investigators believe he posted an anti-Jewish manifesto online before the shooting.
A memorial here grew with flowers and prayers. Also, more details emerging. An off-duty Border Patrol agent, Jonathan Morales, joined Stewart in chasing Ernest into the parking lot, firing 5 shots, not from his service revolver, but from a gun that was hidden inside the synagogue specifically for law enforcement members.
Fox's William Lashness outside the synagogue in Sri Lanka. The president's imposing an emergency law 8 days after the Easter suicide bombings that killed more than 250 people. The law bans face coverings in public, affecting Muslim women who can't wear full face veils. Americans were out buying more in March. Consumer spending surged nearly 1%. That's the biggest increase in nearly 10 years. This is Fox News.
All money managers might seem the same. But while some give their clients cookie-cutter portfolios, Fisher Investments tailors portfolios to your goals and needs. Some only call when they have something to sell. Fisher calls regularly, so you stay informed. And while some advisors are happy to earn commissions whether you do well or not, Fisher Investments fees are structured so we do better when you do better. In other words, we're on your side. Maybe that's why most of our clients come from other money managers. So if you're in or nearing retirement, talk with us and find out why investors are switching to and staying with Fisher Investments. Fisher Investments. Clearly better money management. Investments in securities involve the risk of loss. Visit us at FisherInvestments.com to find out what we can do for you.
Investigators in Tennessee are still trying to figure everything out over the weekend where there were people murdered in a couple of different homes.
7 bodies have been discovered at 2 homes in Westmoreland, Tennessee, following a 911 call and a manhunt Saturday that led to suspect 25-year-old Michael Cummings being shot and injured by police. He's now in custody.
It's a relief, I believe, off everybody's back.
The suspect's neighbors describing him and his family as trouble.
No job, no life, and bad parenting.
A lot of his family has been arrested for all kind of just crazy charges, man.
Charges in the case are expected as investigators try to ID the 7 victims and the suspect's alleged motive.
Jeff Manosso, Fox News.
Former Vice President Biden, after joining the crowded Democratic race for president last week, will hold his first campaign event today in Pittsburgh. Pennsylvania is a state President Trump took away from Democrats in 2016, along with Wisconsin and Michigan. His campaign chairman, Brad Parscale, believes Arizona, Colorado, New Hampshire, and New Mexico could be in play for 2020 as well. He told CBS Face the Nation they built a big voter outreach operation.
Right now, we're already passing 30-some million, and we're on course to probably go to 40, 50 million, which is almost every voter that will vote for us for presidency. I can just call them or email them.
In Spain, election wins for the left and right.
Spanish Prime Minister Pedro Sanchez claiming victory after his Socialists Party won a hotly contested general election. But he failed to win a majority in Parliament, meaning uncertainty as Sanchez attempts to build an alliance with rivals. The election also returning the far right to Spain's Parliament for the first time since the 80s, the Vox Party winning 10% of the vote after railing against immigration and feminism and pledging to uphold Spanish traditions like bullfighting. In London, Simon Owen, Fox News.
On Wall Street, stock futures barely moving before the opening bell in 25 minutes. I'm Dave Anthony. This is Fox News.
Good morning. I'm Jamie Monticelli with your ESPN 93.5 local news update. Illinois State Police want to add new officers. Governor Pritzker has proposed $7 million to train 2 new cadet classes at the police academies. There has been a steady decline in the numbers with state police. The number of troopers has dropped by nearly 20% in the last 20 years. Authorities are looking for whomever shot a 24-year-old man in Charleston this weekend. WCIA says it happened in the 20 block of West Buchanan Avenue. No word yet on the victim's condition. A road closure to be aware of. Today, 6th Street will be closed between Green Street and John Street from 7 a.m. until 9 p.m. The section of street is being closed on and off through April, May, and June. This is so crews can complete a series of foundation concrete pours and to erect a tower crane at 708 South 6th Street. You're up to date. I'm Jamie Monticelli.
Sure. I actually Googled the best landscaping in the area, and he had only a few reviews, but he had 5 stars. And I think that was a huge plus. And then once we met him, I was sold just by talking to him.
We have now used Husky twice for our landscaping, both in our backyard and our front yard, and we are very thrilled with the results. It looked very similar to the drawings that Joel had shown us initially, and we couldn't be happier with the results.
I'm Joel Kuski, Kuski.com. KOUSKI.com.
This is Kirk Kaiser, owner of Freedom Roofing and Construction. There are a lot of roofing companies around, but you won't find one more dedicated than Freedom Roofing. We're a locally owned family business, and we'll give you an honest, accurate assessment of your roof's condition. If you need a new roof, we'll tell you. If you don't, we'll reassure you that you're okay. And you won't find anyone who will be more dedicated and committed to your complete satisfaction. Please reach out to me for a free quote. Just go to freedomchampaign.com.
Your ESPN 93.5 3-day forecast from the National Weather Service.
It's actually a rainy week, Stevie. 60% chance of precip today. Windy. High 65, low 48. 63 the high tomorrow. 90% chance of thunderstorms down to around 60 at night. Scattered shower chance at 60% on Wednesday. Mild with a high 73. Expected only down to 61 in the evening. Right now we're at 50 on ESPN 93.5.
All right, again, we talked some about the Avengers. Text in if you've seen it and liked it, or how you're avoiding letting it slip.
Right. Ethan had said, I saw it Thursday night, IMAX in Savoy.
Ooh.
I wanted to make sure I watched it ASAP so I could avoid spoilers.
Yep.
If I never saw another Marvel movie, that was the fitting ending.
Yep.
Wow.
No, it just threaded beautifully. Weaved in and out. Now, there'll be another Guardians of the Galaxy, and I think there's other Marvel movies coming up.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you're going to have another Black Panther, right? I mean, that was such a major hit. But yeah, as it goes, I think Guardians of the Galaxy was extraordinarily funny and entertaining. They've had 2 of those. I think there's a third one coming out. Anyway, there's Stan Lee he's always done like an Alfred Hitchcock. Who was the guy from the 50s, did all these suspense stuff that always appeared in his own movies.
Made some kind of cameo appearance briefly.
He's been in every one of them, I think.
I think so, too.
And he passed away like a year ago.
He did. So do they have some kind of hologram?
I'm not telling you that.
Okay.
Why would I spoil anything,
or maybe an ad on TV in the background?
Maybe not.
Okay.
I'm not saying nothing.
Riding the bus kind of thing.
I'm just not telling you.
Okay.
So anyway,
that's fine. I'll look myself.
No.
I eventually get there.
And it's just the only thing I'm saying about the Avengers is it's a heck of a movie.
Yeah,
it is over 3 hours. But there's just a lot in there, and then I think it's one of those where you could see 2 or 3 times and say, "Oh yeah, that's what that meant," because there's ties to all these other films, and I haven't seen all of them. I've seen a number of them, and I've certainly seen the last 4 or 5 or 6. But there's been 22 of them. That's a bunch. So, but it's just been amazing. The same people have done all the Marvel movies. So that's why there's such continuity. They all kind of, and I imagine they're sitting around saying, what if that happened, or what if that happened, or that happened? Though that doesn't make any sense. I mean, they probably have to have those conversations.
You're right.
Because, well, if you did that and you used this and the time travel thing and that didn't work and the guy was stuck in there and all that stuff.
Yeah, what kind of writing circle would that be?
Woo.
I mean, they have to bring up all these storylines and make sure they're getting it right.
And then, of course, at some point, you just have to suspend and say they're superheroes. They can do that.
Right.
They're superheroes.
We can rewind the time, whatever.
Yeah.
So, good stuff, though. $350 million domestically and $1.2 billion.
$1.2 billion.
Worldwide.
Wow. That is so much money. 9 out of 10 movie tickets sold in America over the weekend. 9 out of 10 went to that. Who would go to anything else? I guess if there's, I don't even know what else is showing. I couldn't name one other movie that's showing.
Well, I know one I would like to see is Dumbo.
Well, go see because nobody will be there.
There you go.
Yeah, you'll be the only one in the theater. That's happened to me once or twice where the only one in the theater is really kind of fun.
It is.
All right, 8-11, the Cubs and Cardinals both pull out victories yesterday. We got that and more next. When servicing your vehicle, Midas covers you with ASC certified technicians, installing the right parts at a competitive price. Owner and manager Dave Peters' crew has the skill to save you time and money on repairs. Quality services standard at your Urbana Midas store, ensuring your satisfaction. Get an oil change, engine and transmission work, brake service, tires and alignment, batteries, and of course, mufflers and exhaust. See Midas for manufacturer's scheduled maintenance for all makes. Service? It's spelled M-I-D-A-S. They're on West University, Urbana.
Imagine a perfect world. A world where your face doesn't have a blemish. A world where you don't hit a red light. A world where the Wi-Fi always works. A world with a perfect green lawn with no weeds. Wake up! We don't live in that perfect world, but Spring Green can turn that perfect lawn dream into a reality. With personalized service, the best products, and more, Spring Green is the best lawn care option in Central Illinois. Let them give you a quote. Just go to spring-green.com or give them a call at 359-2111. It won't be long until your Illini memories begin to fade. As a graduate, your accomplishments will continue lifelong. Game Day Spirit Fan Store lets you show your Illini pride with alumni apparel like t-shirts, sweatshirts, and quarter zips emblazoned with the Illinois logo. As you enter the working world, business wear tagged with the Illini signature, including polos and dress shirts, are perfect for your new job. Departing campus life in Champaign-Urbana, Game Day Spirit's shopping experience can always stay with you at GameDaySpirit.com. Remember, the official fan store of the Fighting Illini, because you're always an Illini.
At Indeed, we understand that when it comes to hiring, it's important to have a large talent pool to choose from. But sometimes too many good options can be overwhelming. That's why Indeed doesn't just give you access to a large pool of job seekers. We also offer screener tools that let you instantly narrow down your search. Hone in on hiring with Indeed. Experience Indeed for yourself today and get a free sponsored job upgrade on your first posting at Indeed.com/promo. Terms and conditions apply.
Yeah, I'm carefully choosing words like what was one of the more funny aspects of Avengers, and I'm even careful to say that.
Uh-huh.
But I've always enjoyed Thor. I think he's really cool.
Yeah.
He made me laugh.
Okay, good.
359-2255. Careful. 359-2255 if you want to text in anything Avengers or any observations in the theater. And our theater, we went to 9 o'clock Thursday, and not every seat was full because the front row corner left, I mean, that awful seat. But
yeah.
And then in the back, I saw one or two, like in between, 10, that kind of thing. But it was maybe 5 seats.
Uh-huh.
And I think officially listed as a sellout. And I think all the IMAX were gone. I like IMAX because you can show up and sit where you're supposed to sit. Mm-hmm. You got reserved seating. You're paying for it, but it's nice. Mm-hmm. You don't have that stress. And it is worth seeing the previews. There's another Rock movie coming out. And guess what? He's like holding on to something. Things are blowing up, and he's got big muscles.
That's right. Pretty much the Rock's formula.
And I like it.
Me too.
There was another Will Smith coming out. And it's, again, we haven't seen Will Smith in a while.
Men in Black? Or?
No, it's like some sci-fi thing. I mean, I don't know how you survive in acting anymore if there's not booms and whistles and all those bells.
Yeah.
Because I don't think the straight dialogue on a stage is anymore. We need some sort of stimulation. We need to see you diving and make it look amazingly real. I'm pretty sure a lot of even what you see on people, they can touch and make different. They can make you fat or thin. Or I think you can do that with computer enhancement now. I don't think in the old days when Tom Hanks had to lose 70 pounds for Castaway, I'm not sure he'd have to do that as much anymore. I'm not sure. I just know that what you see on there, go, wow. And they go, wait a minute, that's not real. But it sure looks real.
Right.
What they're able to do there. And you look at the end, if you stay for the credits, there'll be 1,000 digital people in different locations. It's stunning. All right, here we go. It's want to text in 359-2255 sports headlines.
Well, the NFL draft happened in Nashville. Draws record numbers. It's 600,000 attended over 3 days.
The ratings outdrew the NBA playoffs.
Did.
I'm stunned by the NFL draft and what an event it is, but it's bigger than the NBA playoffs at this point.
6.1 million viewers over 3 days. I know, I caught it. I mean, we were eating at one of these sports places that has a lot of screens, but my daughter and I were commenting on all the fashions. There was a pink pinstripe suit.
That was the number one. Murray from
that's right.
Yeah, Oklahoma had a pink pinstripe.
So,
and I don't know how they decided on that.
Of course, we were into all the fashions for this prom weekend that just passed. Good stuff. St. Louis Cardinals, good stuff as they beat Cincinnati 5-2 yesterday. Game against Washington tonight. Here's your Redbird recap.
John Rooney, a 7-2 homestand. That's really good. And speaking of 7, how about 7 shutout innings for Flaherty to beat Cincinnati and take 2 out of 3 from the Reds?
That's the first win for Flaherty in his young career against the Reds, now 1-2. But more importantly, he's 3-1 now for the Cardinals after 4 hits, only 1 walk, 4 strikeouts, and 7 shutout innings. John Brebbia, Andrew Miller, Jordan Hicks pitched well. Dominic Leone, he hit a hiccup in the 9th inning, giving up 2 runs, but John Gant got the last out to pick up his second save, and the Cardinals took 2 out of 3 from the Reds.
In a 7-2 homestand, they head for Washington now, and they'll take on the Nationals as Michael Walker will come off the injured list, and he'll try to run his record to 2-0. He'll be opposed by a left-hander, Patrick Corbin, who's 2-0 already, and we're on the air at 5:10 with the pregame show. Cardinals win it yesterday, 5-2 over the Reds.
We had Chicago over Arizona 6-5 yesterday. Game over 6 hours, 15 innings later. Ben Zobrist had a big bat.
He drives one in the air to right field. That's going to be a base hit. Chatwood scores. Almora goes to third. He's going to try to score. The throw to the plate. Almora slides in, scores. Zobrist goes to third. Cubs lead 5-3.
Wow, good stuff. Chicago White Sox over Detroit 4-1. They'll host Baltimore tonight. Illinois beat Nebraska 6-5. We had Illinois softball team lose to Ohio State. That final was 5-4. Illinois golf winning their 5th consecutive Big Ten championship.
It just isn't that easy. I mean, it sounds like Mike Small's golf team wins every year. And you say, well, that's just great. They're really good. No. You don't. Think about the football winning 5 championships in a row in the Big Ten, going to the Indianapolis in the playoffs and winning every year 5 times in a row. You'd go, it'd be amazing.
It is.
It's you just don't do what they're doing, and yet it isn't as highly visible. But what he's done with the program is I don't think will ever happen again.
Speaking of the NFL draft we led with, Illinois offensive lineman Nick Allegretti goes on to the Kansas City Chiefs. 2 former Illini undrafted free agents, Deshaun Phillips to Atlanta and Chase McLaughlin to the Buffalo Bills. NBA playoff semifinals, we had Boston beating Milwaukee and Golden State winning over Houston. And we'll have NHL playoffs tonight with the St. Louis Blues in Dallas. Chase Elliott with a checkered flag in Talladega. That's sports. I'm Diane Ducey.
Or if you won 5 Big Ten basketball championships, you won the Big Ten 5 times in a row, you'd say, what? Nobody does that. And I understand that golf is not paid as much attention to, but it's still the same. You recruit kids, you develop kids, you get them to, and in golf, as my favorite saying goes, golf is 90% mental, 10% mental. it's just tough when you have these young kids and how to convince them that they can make birdies and all these other things. It's just amazing. And I guess I'm into golf a lot, so I recognize the job he's done. But Mike Small, maybe the greatest college coach ever. Certainly one of them.
Since we're commenting about the NFL draft, Adam was saying that Pink Suit was paying tribute to his favorite movie, The Great Gatsby, with Leonardo DiCaprio.
Well, that's kind of obscure, but okay. Let's check your ESPN 93.5 3-day forecast from the National Weather Service.
High 65, low 48, scattered showers and thunderstorms, windy conditions. Same for tomorrow, high 63, low 60 with thunderstorms in the forecast. Scattered showers and thunderstorms, windy on May 1st, Wednesday, high 73. We're currently at 50. Another text in here commenting on the end game. Watched it in Paris, Illinois. Saturday wasn't sold out. $5 for adults, $4 for kids.
Let's drive to Paris.
Great deals.
Wow.
And also, there is a new Men in Black coming out, and the actor for Thor is in it.
I'll be darned. That ought to be good. All right, 359-2255. You want to text in? Talking a lot of Avengers following an amazing record-setting weekend. It's 8:20 in Champaign-Urbana.
From the Fox Business Network, Boeing CEO Dennis Muhlenberg can expect a grilling from investors and reporters at today's annual meeting. It turns out it wasn't until the crash of a Lion Airjet in October that Boeing told Southwest and other carriers that a standard safety feature had been deactivated. A first for Spotify. The music streaming service reached 100 million paid subscribers in the recent quarter, adding more customers than analysts expected. Spotify invested in its growing podcast business, acquiring companies like Gimlet Media and Anchor. Shares of Restaurant Brands International, the parent of Burger King, dropping. That's after the company reported earnings that missed analysts' estimates. With the Fox Business Report, I'm Carol Zimmer.
Mother's Day is around the corner, and it's a great time to give that Fox News fan in your life the greatest gift of all, Fox News gear. Go to shop.foxnews.com and use code RADIO at checkout for free shipping on your first order, now through May 12th. Fox News t-shirts, hats, mugs, backpacks, and so much more. That's shop.foxnews.com. And be sure to use code RADIO at checkout for free shipping on your first order, now through May 12th. Happy Mother's Day from Fox News Channel.
Hi, I'm Troy Lands. Summer is coming, and if your air conditioning isn't working properly, here's a great offer from Lands. For a limited time, we're offering instant rebates up to $1,000 or special long-term financing with approved credit on qualifying trained systems. That's $1,000 in instant rebates or special financing. Call Lands for details or find us online at landsinc.com. And remember, it's hard to stop a train. Any season, anytime, you can count on Lands.
See Lands or visit train.com for complete program eligibility dates, details, and restrictions.
At Indeed, we understand that when it comes to hiring, it's important to have a large talent pool to choose from. But sometimes too many good options can be overwhelming. That's why Indeed doesn't just give you access to a large pool of job seekers. We also offer screener tools that let you instantly narrow down your search. Hone in on hiring with Indeed. Experience Indeed for yourself today and get a free sponsored job upgrade on your first posting at Indeed.com/promo. Terms and conditions apply.
Hello, this is Shane Coulter from Country Arbors Nursery. Our family started in the nursery business in 1865, and for 5 generations we've been growing trees, shrubs, perennials, and annuals for Central Illinois. You hear about farm to table, but our family's been nursery to garden for 154 years. We have over 3,000 trees above ground ready to be planted, thousands of shrubs, 40,000 perennials, and hundreds of thousands of annuals, with most of it grown right here in Urbana. So come out and beat the May rush. Schedule a tree planting or have some rocker mulch delivered right to your driveway. You can find out all about our great products and great people at countryarbors.com.
You could buy a bicycle at a big box store, but how long will it last? Will it fit properly? Will it be safe? At Durst Cycle, they only deal with quality. And if you'll visit them Saturday, May 4th at the Durst Cycle location in Champaign, you can take advantage of the parking lot sales event. You're going to get quality, unbelievable prices. Durst Cycle, since 1935, their parking lot sales event is Saturday, May 4th from 9 to 5. Durst Cycle, 1201 South Mattis in Champaign. Yeah, there'll be the Mattis location for the sidewalk sale coming up. It's a sales event because they're going to have crazy prices.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, 824, ESPN 93.5. It's, again, when it comes to consciousness of entertainment world, it's all Avengers, at least for a while. And there's some people that go, oh, stop talking about Avengers already. But it's never happened again. It would never happen again, I don't think, like this. Star Wars is kind of fading out. This is kind of it for this series, for Marvel. And I don't know. I guess, people try and put more things together. DC has tried, I think, with Superman and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But it hasn't had the continuity I don't think that Marvel has. But it's big deal. Buzzing and kind of trending here is Dr. Rick Rigsby, who did a commencement speech over the weekend. This is a motivational speaker, and I thought I'd play the tail end of just his sound, which is getting play everywhere.
Cadets, I've come here with honor, with bells on, to ask y'all one question. A question that I was asked all my life by a third grade dropout. How you living? How you living? Every day ask yourself that question, how you living? Here's what a cook in the dining center would suggest you to live this way. That you would not judge, that you would show up early, that you'd be kind, that you'd make sure that servant's towel is huge and used, that if you're going to do something, you do it the right way. That cook would tell you this, that it's never wrong to do the right thing, that how you do anything is how you do everything. And in that way, you will grow your influence to make an impact. In that way, you will honor all those who have gone before you, who have invested in you, from teachers to grandparents to mom and dad. And when you combine that academic knowledge with that wisdom, oh my goodness, you will change the world. So to the class of 2017, it is with great honor that I say all your life, look in those unlikeliest places for wisdom. Enhance your life every day by seeking that wisdom and asking yourself every night, how am I living? May God richly bless y'all. Thank you for having me here.
Now, this, as you heard him say, was 2017.
Right.
Why it popped up and has gone viral now has caused him to resign his assistant pastorship at a church in McKinney, Texas. He is now all over the place because people have finally heard him talk. I mean, it's stunning how viral can work, but this is extraordinary, man. And he talks about his wife who passed away and the lessons from his father, who was a third grade dropout.
Right.
And dishwasher. It's just one of those wonderful, wonderful messages. It's online, and Rick Rigsby is his name, and you can YouTube it and hear the 25-minute message. But he's terrific, and not one note, not one piece of paper.
Really?
He said, you memorize it. Says, how do you no notes? He said, it's in my heart. I don't need it.
I don't know if that was the case for you. My commencement speaker, class of 85 at Unity.
Yeah, I believe I had notes.
Okay.
Was that 85?
Yeah. I think it was out on the football field.
I did one in 82 as well, so I think I was in the gym then.
Okay, very good.
And then football field, back in the gym, I think I did 3.
That's something on my bucket list, actually. At Unity, though, they just have the folks from the class audition. They don't necessarily do the valedictorian doing it.
Yeah.
So, pretty cool when you hear those commencement speeches.
They're wonderful, and I love doing them. And I did one, I think, at ABL, Broadlands.
Mm-hmm.
I love doing them.
Good.
It's fun to get to try and inspire these kids, and all they're thinking about is where the party is.
Right.
So you got to have some poignancy and
some meat in your 5 minutes.
Got to have meat. I talked longer than 5.
Okay.
I think they gave me 15 or 20.
Really?
Yeah. All right, 8:28. We'll be right back. The news will be next.
We alarm our houses, and we alarm our cars. But when it comes to your personal information, it can be tough to know when something isn't right. That's where Discover Card can help. Now, we'll send you an alert if we find your Social Security number on any one of thousands of risky websites. And this service is free for card members. Just sign up online. It's our way of looking out for you, not just your account. Learn more at discover.com/free alerts. Limitations apply.
Spring is here and it's time to golf at Stone Creek. My name is Becky Beach. I'm the PGA golf professional at Stone Creek Golf Club. This year we are celebrating our 20th anniversary with golf course and golf shop specials. Please stop by our fully stocked golf shop for all of your Stone Creek and Fighting Illini apparel. To reserve a tee time for our championship golf course, please call us at 217-367-3000 or book a tee time online at stonecreekgolfclub.com. We look forward to seeing you during our 20th anniversary celebration. See you soon.
Imagining a better bank starts with looking at the savings rates most banks offer and saying, really? Capital One is building something better. You can open a Capital One savings account with one of the nation's best savings rates from anywhere. Or here.
Or here!
One of the nation's best savings rates. Opened online, at a Capital One location, or from anywhere. That's banking reimagined. What's in your wallet?
For consumers only. Offered by Capital One N.A. member FDIC. Copyright 2018 Capital One.
The choice of a lawyer is an important decision and should not be based solely on advertising. Sponsored by Case Legal Media.
Attention. This is an important message for anyone that has been diagnosed with cancer after being exposed to Roundup or other weed killers. The Internal Agency for Research on Cancer warned that overexposure to Roundup and other weed killers may increase the risk of developing non-Hodgkin's lymphoma. Monsanto, the manufacturer of Roundup, may have known that Roundup and other weed killers were likely linked to organ damage and cancer. This information was hidden from the public as proprietary trade secret since 1981, and Monsanto may have failed to warn of the potential risk of cancer. If you or a loved one has been diagnosed with cancer after being exposed to Roundup or other weed killers, you may be entitled to significant compensation. Call us now at 800-715-3913. Our network of attorneys are ready to fight for you. You'll pay nothing unless there's a recovery in your favor. Call now for a free consultation at 800-715-3913. You must protect your legal rights. Call 800-715-3913. Again, 800-715-3913.
Fox News, I'm Lillian Wu. President Trump blasting Democrats for problems with migrants at our southern border.
I don't get what their plan is. Do they want to let people in that shouldn't be here? Because we have people that are trying to get in that shouldn't be here.
Speaking to Maria Bartiromo on the Fox Business Network.
414,000 people apprehended at the southern border for fiscal year 2019. That's already surpassed all of last year's total. The word is out, as they say, radio ads playing all across Central America. Smugglers apparently promising a way, a path to the American dream. That is coming from Border Patrol this morning.
Fox's Aisha Hasni. And Boys in the Hood director and writer John Singleton has died. His family had previously confirmed he suffered a stroke on April 17th. Singleton was 51 years old. This is Fox News.
Good morning. I'm Jamie Monticelli with your ESPN 93.5 local news update. A road closure to be aware of. Today, 6th Street will be closed between Green Street and John Street from 7 a.m. until 9 p.m. The section of street is being closed on and off through April, May, and June. This is so crews can complete a series of foundation concrete pours and to erect a tower crane at 708 South 6th Street. Tomorrow, Illinois lawmakers get back to work for the 2019 regular session. They've been on spring break for 2 weeks. TheSouthern.com says the governor's call for legalized recreational marijuana is among the topics on lawmakers' to-do list. The governor has proposed a bunch of new revenue streams to get the state out of what he called a $3.5 billion structural deficit. That includes legalized adult use of marijuana, legalized sports betting, higher cigarette and tobacco taxes, and a new tax on shopping bags. You're up to date. I'm Jamie Monticelli.
Here's your ESPN 93.5 3-day forecast from the National Weather Service.
Well, we've got great conditions when we're not seeing the rain come down, and that's the case throughout the day with the wind and a high 65 expected. 48 our low tonight. Up to 63 tomorrow, down to only 60. We've got a chance of scattered showers and thunderstorms again Wednesday, Thursday, and really Friday. There's sun in the forecast with a high 72 by Sunday. Right now, the temperature is at 49. ESPN 93.5.
Hey, Netflix might drop The Office. Is that the buzz?
Really?
That would be a problem.
I know it was a big weekend for Game of Thrones.
Yeah, I'm not into that.
Me either.
But it's I understand, pretty intense.
Right.
I hear a lot of references to Game of Thrones.
Uh-huh.
And somebody recommended I look at a Netflix something, and I tried, and it just had no redeeming value for me.
I see.
Everybody was bad, and I just wasn't interested in it.
Well, and some sexual connotations too, from what I hear.
Yeah. Which one? For
Game of Thrones.
Yeah. I think that's right. So yeah, there's that. Anyway, over the weekend after I saw Avengers on Thursday, My kids have seen it another time since, at least Benjamin and Christian. And again, they liked it a lot the second time through. So, and certainly a lot of reaction. There's a lot of reaction to it because of, you walk out there going, okay, let me try and digest everything that just happened. Mm-hmm. So I hope you enjoyed it if you're going to go see it. It's over 3 hours, so it's not a quick watch. And the theaters are I think they're going to be really crowded all weekend and probably this coming weekend, all this coming weekend because of the word of mouth. And the fact that it's like 97% on Rotten Tomatoes, which is very unusual. I think Black Panther had 98 from the critics. This is 97. I'm wondering what the 3% have a problem with. Anyway, it's one of those real rare deals. Number one in the world at $1.2 billion box office revenue worldwide. That's number one by double. I think the last one was Infinity War, Avengers Infinity War, and that was 650.
Speaking of the movies, we just got a text at 359-2255 here on ESPN 93.5 with Dwayne commenting that movie that only plays tonight at Savoy 16 is 7 is Kingdom Men Rising. Doc Reverend Tony Evans. It's a movie on how God wants men to be a leader, an example to their families. Heard it's real good.
Yeah.
Tony Dungy is in it, along with some other athletes.
Tony Dungy is one of the best. So if he's in anything, I'd be interested. I'm just not sure if on Avengers Week you're going to get a lot of guys to go to that.
So Kingdom Men Rising tonight at 7,
Kingdom
Savoy 16.
Men Rising.
Yes.
I'm sure that has a ton of value. If Tony Dungy was here for the coaches camp when Ron Turner was here, and for whatever reason Jim Turpin couldn't host it, so I did.
I see.
And I sat next to Tony Dungy for 2.5 hours.
Yes, please.
And he was so engaging and so interested in me. So tell me about your trip.
Really?
He was the kindest, nicest, big-time guy I've ever met.
I love that.
Wonderful,
when people
wonderful.
turn it around and they're curious about your life.
And he's genuinely a good human being. I mean, everybody says that, and it's true. It's just amazing. So anyway, our Kingdom
Men Rising.
Men Rising at Savoy, if you want to sit in a theater with not a lot of people, I'm sure that, even though I'm
7 o'clock tonight.
I'm sure it's a great show, and I'd probably love to see it too. Okay, and then the marathon over the weekend, that's getting buzzed. The weather was not perfect, but we got it in. And again, Mike and Jan and all the good people, and it takes just hundreds of all the Busey volunteers I saw at Memorial Stadium for the kids run, the youth run. And some of these kids, you know how kids are when they start a race and you're 8 years old? You just dead dog sprint.
That's right.
And then they slow.
Uh-huh.
There's one kid that ran in the first race that sprinted the whole way and won by 100 yards. I mean, he was so far ahead. And he got done and kind of fell over.
Exactly.
But these little guys just burst out and the parents can't keep up. And the parents are just, running a half a mile in street clothes. So it was fun to see. It was really, really, really chilly and rainy and stuff. But again, what are you going to do? Everything went off, I think, well. And I think the fella that tied, remember last year in 18?
Yes.
They had a tie?
Yes.
One of those guys won again.
Uh-huh.
So came back and did that. But anyway.
2:18:11 and 2:18:19.
2:18. That is so fast. Boston Marathon guys are doing 2:08 or something, 2:06.
Right.
That's so fast. It breaks down to 5 minutes and something a mile.
Insane.
It's amazing.
Yeah, I mean, and you're off the line sprinting, as you were mentioning with the kids.
No, that's what they do for 26.2. Mm-hmm. So anyway, congratulations to all involved. A great weekend again for the Christie Clinic Illinois Marathon. All right, 8:38. If you want to join us for this, our annual bus trip to Busch Stadium to see the Cardinals play the Cubs on Sunday, June 2nd is filling up fast. Come with us and cheer on your team. We've sold all of our suite tickets, but you can still buy your infield terrace tickets and round-trip transportation for just $139. Stop by our studios to buy yours or call 217-367-1195. 217-367-1195. But hurry, these tickets will sell out.
We alarm our houses. And we alarm our cars. But when it comes to your personal information, it can be tough to know when something isn't right. That's where Discover Card can help. Now, we'll send you an alert if we find your Social Security number on any one of thousands of risky websites. And this service is free for card members. Just sign up online. It's our way of looking out for you, not just your account. Learn more at discover.com/free alerts. Limitations apply.
What makes Rosati's Pizza different? We talked to owner-operator Shane Morrison about the difference between Rosati's and other pizza places in CU.
Number one, ingredients. We cut cheese daily. We only use the freshest ingredients, and we start every morning the same way, rolling dough.
Talk to me about your team.
Everyone wants to pitch in. Everybody wants to help. Yeah, we work as a team.
And you're available to everyone, right?
We deliver to all of CU and Savoy.
Dine in, carry out, or delivery. Thank Rosati's Pizza, 701 South Gregory, Urbana, or visit myrosatis.com/Urbana.
A pipe burst and the basement begins to fill, putting the picture albums and the family heirlooms in danger. You can't plan on it, but you can plan for it by making sure you're ready for whatever happens with Serve Pro of Champaign-Urbana at 355-0077. With their mobile site at serveprochampaignurbana.com bookmark, the 355-0077 programmed into your phone. When the things that matter most are on the line, you'll know that they are too. Make sure you're ready by planning with the trusted professionals of Serve Pro of Champaign-Urbana, like it never even happened.
The choice of a lawyer is an important decision and should not be based solely on advertising. Sponsored by Case Legal Media.
Attention. This is an important message for anyone that has been diagnosed with cancer after being exposed to Roundup or other weed killers. The Internal Agency for Research on Cancer warned that overexposure to Roundup and other weed killers may increase the risk of developing non-Hodgkin's lymphoma. Monsanto, the manufacturer of Roundup, may have known that Roundup and other weed killers were likely linked to organ damage and cancer. This information was hidden from the public as proprietary trade secret since 1981, and Monsanto may have failed to warn of the potential risk of cancer. If you or a loved one has been diagnosed with cancer after being exposed to Roundup or other weed killers, you may be entitled to significant compensation.
Call us now at 800-715-3913. Our network of attorneys are ready to fight for you. You'll pay nothing unless there's a recovery in your favor. Call now for a free consultation at 800-715-3913. You must protect your legal rights. Call 800-715-3913. Again, 800-715-3913.
Whose store? Chris Helmsworth? Helmsworth. And his brother was the star in Hunger Games.
Yes.
That was the supposed love interest of...
Liam Hemsworth?
Is that his name?
Okay.
I think he was the whatever district they were in was, what's the woman who's the star, for Pete's sakes? The big star. She was Cat was... Oh, for Pete's sakes!
Why do you start this?
No. The actress who's one of the biggest stars, and she's like 20. Oh, for crying out loud! Anyway, she and him in District whatever. Isn't that awful? What a bunch of holes trying to tell a story. Sounds like 359-2255 if you want to fill in those holes.
Coming this spring, Tolono Family Dental, providing a full scope of dentistry, including cleanings, fillings, extractions, crowns, dentures, and more. Have you been bumping appointments due to the location or financial constraints?
I recently got a consultation, and of course my kid has cavities. I need to move on this, but I'm afraid I'll blow my budget.
Tolono Family Dental will keep you smiling as they take all PPO dental insurance, including Medicaid. Recognizing this vital connection between dental health and how your whole body feels, even educators want you to stay on top of it.
The school just called, and I'm in a panic. I need to get these updated dental records for my kids.
Rest assured, those in Rocket Nation won't be able to stop smiling thanks to Tolono Family Dental, opening in April with brand new equipment and digital technology. Stop by and find out how you can get a $50 credit when you schedule a treatment inside the next 45 days. Some restrictions apply. Tolono Family Dental, just off Route 45 at the only traffic light. It's Tolono Family Dental Care, 202 North Peace Street, or call 485-5760.
The thing I love about Prairie Gardens is the unique assortment of their clothing and their jewelry line.
I don't know who the buyer is, but I've got the same taste apparently. And the prices are on point. It's nothing too expensive.
Clothes are comfortable and very flattering, and just stylistically, a little bit different than what you can get at the other shops in town.
For an ever-changing selection of trendy and affordable outfits, go to Prairie Gardens at 3000 West Springfield Avenue in Champaign.
Okay, so the point was that guy starring as Thor and the fellow from Hunger Games are brothers, which is unusual to have two big stars as brothers. You know, they both made it pretty, and they're both handsome guys.
That's right.
Okay.
Liam Hemsworth.
Jennifer Lawrence, by the way.
Yes, is in Hunger Games.
And I don't know what district they were in. That's right. Deeper trivia.
Okay.
8:43, ESPN 93.5. The Cubs and the Cardinals both held on. And Cubbies came through after. The only thing worse than playing a 15-inning baseball game is to lose a 15-inning baseball game. And they won. Cubbies won.
That's right. The final was 6-5. And they've got the day off today after that 15 innings over 6 hours on the diamond yesterday in Arizona.
They're off today and Thursday, so they have 2 games, and then they host the Cubs this week, Cardinals this weekend.
Oh, nice.
Cubs and Cardinals. The Cardinals at this minute are 2.5 ahead of the Cubs, so it's going to be a very interesting sellout again at Wrigley for the Cubs-Cardinals this weekend.
Speaking of which, we've got Cubs versus Cardinals June 2nd.
Yep.
If you'd like to hop on our bus, it's $139, and you don't have to worry about the parking and all of that and any hassles. 1:15 start at this point, so join us, ESPNCU.com for details. The Cardinals have Washington tonight after beating Cincinnati. That final was 5-2 yesterday. Chicago White Sox also winners over Detroit. 4-1 was the final. Now they'll host Baltimore tonight. On to the Illini. We had 6-5 win over Nebraska yesterday. Keller Sarvis hit a go-ahead 2-run double in the 9th to lift the Illini to the victory. Our Illini softball team, 6-14 in the Big Ten, 27-22 overall, lost to Ohio State 5-4 yesterday. Illinois golf winning the 5th consecutive Big Ten championship. Quite an achievement for our coach, Mike Small.
Unreal.
NBA playoffs are in the semifinals. Boston over Milwaukee 112-90 yesterday. Celtics lead 1-0. Golden State over Houston 104-100. That ties up Warriors are up 1-0 on that. Tied at 1-1. Colorado over San Jose 4-3 in hockey yesterday. And Carolina beat the New York Islanders 2-1. Carolina up 2-0 as the NHL playoffs continue. And St. Louis Blues are in Dallas to face the Stars tonight. NFL draft had Nick Allegretti, our Illini offensive lineman, joining the Kansas City Chiefs. 2 former Illini undrafted free agents, Deshaun Phillips to Atlanta, Chase McLaughlin to the Buffalo Bills. Chase Elliott wins in Talladega. That does it for sports. I'm Diane Ducey.
Yeah, by the way, what would Nick Allegretti get for money? I did a little research on the money. It's Kyler Murray, the number 1 pick, $36 million. $36 million. 23 is the signing bonus. His salary is like $495,000, but the signing bonuses are what keeps the cap. They all have $188 million to spend, and you have to stay under that cap. So Nick Allegretti, I think, would probably get 4-year deal, maybe $2 or $3 million. It's not bad. Hey, that's a pretty $500,000 a year. Playing football is pretty good. And you know what? What do you make on the practice squad? Anybody? How much do you make on the practice squad every single week getting your brains? Of course, they don't really hit, do they?
$100,000
a week?
No, not a week.
Well, it depends how long you stay.
Okay,
so
gotcha.
Sometimes it's 2 weeks. You turn your ankle, you're off the team. You know, I mean, it's a real hang in there. But they get $8,000 a week if you can maintain a practice squad position. That's not bad.
Yeah,
that's $32,000 a month. If you can hang in there. I don't know. I'd really be curious what a practice squad looks like because they're not hitting during the week. But before the season starts, they're probably getting their brains beat out. But I would think during the week they're in shells and not really because they're injured and all this trying to recover. Anyway, Jeremy Warner Show may know more about that coming up after 9 this morning. Stand by for that. I wonder if Jeremy's seen Avengers. You have to listen. Hey, we enjoyed going to the Long Branch.
We did.
In Gifford. Yeah, I had a great steak visiting with Donnie at the Long Branch. I love the ambiance. I love the kind of the smaller town. You know it's good. And it was really, really good. I love steak, and they serve them up big time. Long Branch. I mean, it's worth the drive to Gifford. It's really, really, if you want a good steak, Donnie's got it going on, and he and his son will take care of you.
Hop in the car for dinner tonight. It's worth the drive to Long Branch Steakhouse. Long Branch Steakhouse, located on Main Street in downtown Gifford.
Your dreams require dedication and innovation, and Busey is the trusted advisor to make those dreams reality. Whether you're saving for your child's education, keeping the family in the family business, or planning your dream retirement, Busey's team can help. Visit Busey.com or stop by one of our many convenient locations for solutions to your banking and wealth management needs. Busey, your dream, our promise. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
We alarm our houses, and we alarm our cars. But when it comes to your personal information, it can be tough to know when something isn't right. That's where Discover Card can help. Now, we'll send you an alert if we find your Social Security number on any one of thousands of risky websites. And this service is free for card members. Just sign up online. It's our way of looking out for you, not just your account. Learn more at discover.com/free alerts. Limitations apply.
Hi, it's Stevie J. When I needed a new roof, I called Roof Doctors. Actually called a lot of roofing companies to get estimates. But you know, I felt great talking to Randy. I felt that he was honest, reliable, and affordable, and I felt I could trust him. You know what? I was right. They did a terrific job. After they did my roof, I had them do my mom's roof. You know how much you have to like a company to recommend to your mom? With 30 years of experience and the best warranties, call today for a free estimate at 328-7529 or go to roofdoctorsco.com. We are on the air with the Cardinals tonight at 5:10, 10 after 5 tonight. They're in Washington, D.C. to take on the Nationals. It's a 4-game series, 1, 2, 3, 4. Then Friday, they head to Wrigley Field, Chicago, to take on those Chicago Cubs in a 3-game weekend series. Cubbies will play tomorrow night and Wednesday night in Seattle, off today and off Thursday. Let's check your weather.
All right, great conditions today when we're not getting the showers and thunderstorms, and it's windy too. We've got a high 65, low 48. 63 with a 90% chance of thunderstorms, and tomorrow's forecast down to around 57 in the evening. Mild with a high of 73 expected Wednesday, but you guessed it, scattered showers and thunderstorms and windy conditions. Right now the temperature's at 50, ESPN 93.5.
At Indeed, we understand that when it comes to hiring, it's important to have a large talent pool to choose from. But sometimes too many good options can be overwhelming. That's why Indeed doesn't just give you access to a large pool of job seekers. We also offer screener tools that let you instantly narrow down your search. Hone in on hiring with Indeed. Experience Indeed for yourself today and get a free sponsored job upgrade on your first posting at Indeed.com/promo. Terms and conditions apply.
At Honda BMW, they believe in letting you make the choice when you're ready. And now you don't even need to come into their award-winning dealership to buy your car if you don't want to. Just go to drivechampagne.com. Click on the type of vehicle you're interested in and look to the right-hand side of the page. It says Express Purchase. That means you can buy a car on your computer right now, only at the award-winning Honda BMW Express Purchase. Go to drivechampagne.com. Every month we salute someone in law enforcement, and this month it's Sergeant Andrew Good. Graduated Muhammad Seymour in 1999, went to the Marine Corps. So he has served our country. Now he's serving us. It's Sergeant Andrew Good. Andrew, how are you?
I'm great. Thank you.
Shout out to the kids.
My daughter, she is in 7th grade at Muhammad Seymour. Her name is Taylor. And my son, his name is Drew. He's in 3rd grade.
Your wife is an emergency room nurse. It's great to have somebody that knows medical in the home, huh?
Absolutely. Comes in very useful.
Yeah. Why did you want to serve as a law enforcement guy? You went to Moultrie Douglas County, I think Moultrie County?
I got my start in Moultrie County. Obviously went in the Marine Corps right after high school. I was in the Marine Corps. When I got out, I knew I wanted to get into law enforcement, trying to get my foot in the door wherever, and eventually came to Champaign County and Corrections, and then went to law enforcement in 2006.
Law Enforcement Official of the Month brought to you by SK Exteriors. Their website, callsktoday.com. Proverbs 31:10-12 states, "A wife of noble character who can find? She is worth far more than rubies. Her husband has full confidence in her and lacks nothing of value. She brings him good, not harm, all the days of her life." Honor your wife and your mother, not only on Mother's Day, but every day. This message brought to you by the Blossom Basket Florist.
The Blossom Basket Florist. The florist you pick.
It's time for some straight talk. Picture this. Your favorite team is playing. You're streaming the game. 10 seconds left. Your team shoots. Oops, your data runs out.
Look, don't let that happen. Switch to Straight Talk Wireless and get 25 gigs of high-speed data, all on America's largest and most dependable 4G LTE networks.
Join Team Straight Talk and get unlimited talk and text plus 25 gigs of high-speed data for just $45 a month.
Straight Talk Wireless, everything for less, only at Walmart.
For 25 gigs at high speed, then 2G. See terms at straighttalk.com.
Well, we wind it up. We'll be back in the morning. Do this again with Dr. Todd Likens. Every Tuesday at 10 before 8, we have a Ask the Vet. If you have a dog or cat question, we can do that on Tuesday mornings. Now enjoy your viewing. 29 shows at the Savoy 16 for Avengers Today 29.
Except for the 3 o'clock show, which is already sold out.
That's what I understand. At 3 o'clock on a Monday?
It was interesting, your perspective, visiting with Melissa and getting an interview with her about how they have to stock up for everything, make sure the restrooms and the concession stand ready to go.
Yeah. I mean, in the lines, they had like signs of this is this show, then they make announcements, and then you're scattered kind of not using sharp elbows, but you want in there to get to bed.
That's right.
And frankly, again, we were there Thursday night for Avengers at Savoy 16, and people were getting there at quarter till the show, and they had decent seats.
Uh-huh.
It's the front row people that got there 2 till 9.
That's right.
You're going to sit in the front row if you do that.
Right.
So it's just whatever.
So bring a Kleenex from what I hear, and make sure you use the restroom ahead of time.
Yeah, I mean, Kleenex, maybe.
Those are all things that
I don't know if you're hearing.
We're hearing.
Maybe you're getting bad information.
Okay.
And then, because there's one I'm not going to tell you. Now, listen, it's a compelling movie. They've done a great job with it. If you're into Avengers at all, if you're not, it won't mean much. But if you are into it, it's pretty good how they tie it all together.
Right.
See you tomorrow.
All right. Enjoy the day.
That's Diane Ducey. I am Stevie J. Thank you for listening. The Jeremy Warner program is coming up next. Back with you tomorrow. Thank you for listening. Have a great Monday.
Michelle had actually called several landscapers in the area, and Joel responded, and she was very impressed with his professionalism.
You know, Mitch and I have only been in Champaign about a year and a half. You know, we were very leery of people up here because we had our circle of professionals that we were used to using. You know, immediately I could see his genuine, authentic honesty and care for his customers.
I'm Joel Kuski, and you can connect with me at Kuski.com. Kouski.com.
This is a celebration.
It was so exciting to hear my nephew and other family members yelling my name.
It's given me a foundation and a stepping I'll appreciate forever.
Graduation is here. Gift your Illini grads with Illini logoed business wear from Game Day Spirit, because they'll always have the Illini spirit and pride regardless of where they settle. Game Day Spirit, the official fan store of the Fighting Illini, congratulating all grads this season.
Gina here from ABC Heating and Air, where it's our goal for you to always be comfortable. What's that mean, always be comfortable? It means the same service price when we come out to your home, so you're comfortable with the price, and a working AC on those hot summer days, so you're not sweating to death. Let us help you always be comfortable here at ABC Heating and Air. Call 352-5400. Again, 352-5400 to reach me and the team at ABC Heating and Air.
As you drive to your vacation destination, you are assured of a trip filled with great memories of your adventures. That's because you came to Midas for a road trip pre-check. Dave and his crew in Urbana inspected and repaired your vehicle in advance for brakes that stop, a transmission that keeps you going, shock absorbers and struts for a smooth ride, an engine tuned for your best mileage and power, and the air conditioning to keep it cool. Nothing beats a secure feeling you get from Midas Tire and Auto in Urbana. Enjoy the scenery and family time knowing that Midas is with you all the way.
At Merrick, we know dogs are in charge. So our dog foods start with deboned meat, poultry, or fish, and Sorry. Coming! Here's your ducky. And because real whole foods are better for your dog, each Merrick recipe is packed with whole fruits and vegetables. Excuse me. You want to go out right now? Okay. Dogs are in charge. Serve them well. Merrick. Available at your local pet store.
Save big now during Chambana Sales Spring Mower Sale. Make mowing jobs faster and easier with zero-turn and walk-behind mowers from Aaron's and Gravely. Gravely has grown into one of the most respected names in American-made commercial lawn and garden equipment. Plus, find great deals on Echo blowers, trimmers, and chainsaws, as well as cargo and utility trailers. Get mowing and save big now during Chambana Sales Spring Mower Sale on North Mattis Avenue, just south of Olympian Drive, Champaign. Online at chambanasales.com.
Here we have three menacing weeds living their best life on Spruce Street.
We really have the run of the land around here. Ain't no one going to stop us this season.
The weather is nice. I'm as green as ever. I say this is the perfect life.
I'm just going to soak in and wait for the next rain.
Who is this guy?
Oh, thank goodness, it's spring green.
Hello, I see you have quite the crabgrass, dandelion, creeping Charlie, and clover problem. We have all the right products and expertise to control your problem. Sign up today, you will get 20% off with the neighborhood discount and free lawn service.
Get a load of this guy.
The owner has tried 5 companies, and guess what? We're still here.
Bring it on, dude. I can take any concoction you got. I am that strong.
2 days later.
Where my boys at? They really did it. I'm wilting away.
Spring Green took care of those annoying weeds. They can do the same for your lawn. Go to spring-green.com for a free quote or call 359-2111.
Let us get to know you like we know this community. From football fields to cornfields. If you share the community spirit, come see why you and I belong together. U of I Community Credit Union for campus and community. From humble beginnings and small victories, you've got a fighting spirit, and we're your biggest fan, working to help you keep more of your money. Come see why you and I belong together. U of I Community Credit Union for campus and community.
The fact is, over 1 million children around the world die each year in 40 countries from simple causes.
And you can help bring that number down.
With a simple $50 donation to missionmatch.org, you can change children's lives through churches in the name of Jesus Christ. And it's even tax deductible.
There's a lot you cannot do. You can do this.
Go to missionmatch.org and make a difference in young people's lives today.
Mission Match is a work of Empty Tomb Incorporated.
You're listening to WSJK ESPN 93.5 Tuscola, Champaign-Urbana, your home for the St. Louis Cardinals.